In its prime, ancient Egypt was a formidable and prosperous empire famed for its riches and cultural achievements. The ancient Egyptians were highly skilled architects, engineers, and artists who created magnificent structures and pieces of art that still inspire wonder today. They erected colossal pyramids, exquisite temples, and other notable public works that represented their strength and civilization. The Egyptians' advanced economy revolved mainly around the bountiful Nile River Valley, which coursed through the center of their territory. By mastering the river's annual flooding and employing irrigation techniques to distribute water to their farmlands, they generated abundant harvests that could be traded for additional goods and services. At the pinnacle of this empire sat an exceptionally charming and astute ruler, Queen Cleopatra VII Philopator, also known as Cleopatra, who assumed control when she was just 18 years old following her father Ptolemy Dionysus, Pharaoh Ptolemy XII Auletes passing in 51 BCE. As a passionate supporter of the arts, Cleopatra's royal court became an epicenter of intellectual pursuits, where eminent poets, philosophers, and scholars gathered, creating a flourishing environment for innovative ideas and expressions. Cleopatra was well versed in several languages, such as Greek, Egyptian, and Latin, making her an erudite monarch. She ruled Egypt together with her brother and husband, Ptolemy Dionysus, who was just 10 years old at the start of their reign in 51 BCE. Although this type of arrangement was customary in Egypt, their collaboration was marked by turmoil and animosity from the outset. Ptolemy's advisors, predominantly eunuchs, held considerable influence over him and perceived Cleopatra as a menace to their authority. As soon as possible, they plotted against her. Despite being a strong-minded leader, Cleopatra found herself at odds with the aristocrats due to her desire for unwavering control. Her insistence on playing a central role in governing the land resulted in constant friction with the high-ranking officials, who kept urging Ptolemy to oppose his sister's involvement in decision-making processes. Realizing the precarious nature of her position, Cleopatra started taking measures to marginalize her sibling. Still, she enjoyed popular backing among the Egyptian populace, which regarded her as a competent administrator and grew disillusioned with Ptolemy's counselors. However, the approval of ordinary citizens mattered little since powerful noblemen and politicians wielded more clout in the political landscape. After becoming the sole ruler of Egypt following Cleopatra's exile, Ptolemy faced challenges to his authority when his sister attempted to reclaim her rightful place on the throne. In 48 BC, Cleopatra returned to Egypt with an army and engaged Ptolemy's forces in a series of battles, eventually capturing the port city of Pelusium. The conflict continued, with both sides vying for power until the arrival of Julius Caesar in Egypt. Caesar, who had recently defeated Pompey in the Battle of Pharsalia, sought refuge in Egypt after Pompey fled there. However, Ptolemy hesitated to assist Caesar, knowing he had his own battle against Cleopatra to fight. Instead, Ptolemy offered assistance to Caesar in exchange for receiving Pompey's head as a gift. This strategic move by Ptolemy allowed him to secure his position as pharaoh while also weakening his rival, Cleopatra. It also demonstrated how, even at 14 years old, Ptolemy had developed cunning political skills. Ptolemy Dionysus XIV, also known as Ptolemy Caesarion, Little T of Alexandria, Ptolemy died under mysterious circumstances, possibly due to drowning in the Nile River. Following his death, Cleopatra consolidated her power over Egypt and solidified her alliance with Caesar through marriage. Their union further strained relations between Cleopatra and the Roman Senate, which disapproved of her influence over Caesar and feared the creation of a monarchical system in Rome. Ultimately, these tensions contributed to the downfall of the lovers' empire and marked a significant chapter in the history of ancient Egypt and the Roman Empire. The aftermath of Julius Caesar's assassination left Cleopatra devastated, both personally and politically. She recognized the importance of aligning herself with Rome once more to ensure the safety and prosperity of Egypt. To achieve this goal, she formed an alliance with Marc Antony, one of Caesar's closest allies and generals. This move proved successful, as Cleopatra used her influence over Antony to further her political objectives. Together, Cleopatra and Antony formed an alliance against Octavian, Caesar's adoptive son. However, Antony's decision to divorce his Roman wife and have children with Cleopatra damaged his reputation, making it seem like he was under the foreign queen's control. In 31 BC, Octavian declared war on Antony and Cleopatra, leading to the Battle of Actium in Greece. Although Cleopatra possessed excellent strategic skills, she lacked substantial military experience. Furthermore, Antony's poor leadership, clouded by his love for Cleopatra and heavy drinking habits, weakened their army even further. In the decisive battle, Octavian's navy emerged victorious thanks to its superior tactics, leaving Antony and Cleopatra's forces defeated. Witnessing the destruction of their army, Cleopatra ordered her fleet to retreat to Alexandria, Egypt. Upon hearing this news, Antony followed suit, abandoning his troops. The defeat marked the end of their alliance, forcing them to hide within the walls of Alexandria as Octavian prepared to march on the city. After being cornered inside Alexandria, Egypt, by Octavian's army, Antony faced desertions from his soldiers and mounting dissent among Cleopatra's subjects. On August 30th, 30 BC, misleading reports reached Antony claiming Cleopatra's supposed suicide. Distraught at the thought of losing her, Antony took his own life using a sword. When Cleopatra discovered the tragic truth about Antony, she decided to join him in the afterlife. According to historical accounts, she arranged for an asp, a deadly viper, to be concealed in a basket of figs. Cleopatra let the serpent bite her, resulting in her demise due to the snake's lethal venom. Her passing signified the conclusion of the Ptolemaic dynasty's rule over Egypt since Alexander the Great's death in 323 BC, as well as the Roman Republic and the start of the Roman Empire. Over time, Cleopatra became an icon of female power and autonomy, immortalized in numerous works of literature, art, and pop culture. Even now, her legacy continues to inspire future generations. We don't charge tickets, but subscribing to our channel is a fair price.